I just was born that way. I always wrote. I mean, I want to say, in school, I had a teacher who let us read stuff every week to the class if we wanted to, and I started writing a serialized sort of cartoon almost, but I was, writing it out and reading it to class every week. So I just always had knew that's what I was going to do. One was about a child protective services worker, a social worker, and my original idea was that he would be traveling around doing a variety of cases, visiting a variety of his clients, and I thought it'd be kind of a picaresque book. Dark, but just this sort of traveling figure who's going in and trying to help people. And I thought eventually something would occur, I just thought I'd figure it out. So that's kind of when I was learning to write, and I was writing about this character in these logging towns in northwestern Montana where I grew up. And then I had this other idea, which is kind of a thing you do when you're a young writer, where you go, well, if this book doesn't work out, I have this other book. And so I was working on another book at the same time, which is about this paranoid survivalist living in the woods with his son. And I worked on both of those for a couple of years, and nothing was happening. And finally one day I realized, maybe if they interacted, some sparks would fly and I'd have a story. So it took me a couple of years to realize that that's what needed to happen. And so I was happy to figure that out, but I was also kind of depressed because I spent 2 years working on 2 books that I realized were one book. Wound up being a good thing because in that time I'd learned how to write the book, and I'd learned the world and I'd learned the characters pretty well, so that when it came to time to start over, although I was daunted by the fact that I'd have to start over, I knew what to do. So that's kind of how that happened.